Well, for more on this, I want to bring in my next guest who says despite these recent policy announcements, his union has not been consulted. Mark Weber is the national president of the Custom and Immigration Union, the union that represents the CBSA. He joins us now from Ottawa. Thank you very much, Mark, for taking the time. Let's get right to it. What do you make of these new announcements from Danielle Smith?
We're not sure what to make of it right now. We don't understand what the legislative authorities are for this new border force that's been created provincially. Do they have jurisdiction under IRPA, under the Customs Act? If they are detaining people, where are they detaining them? The province has stopped holding immigration detainees quite some time ago. Will they just be giving them to us? There's a whole bunch of questions. This is federal jurisdiction. It's our responsibility to patrol our own borders. It's our responsibility to do that between ports of entry as well. Unfortunately, there's a 1932 order in council that has given that work over to the RCMP. It's something that we're looking to have repealed. I think you have the CBSA officers in place at the border, tooled, equipped, ready to do exactly the work that a lot of these plans coming out of the provinces are designed to do. We're there. It's just that order in council preventing us from doing it.
All right. Clearly, lots to figure out here when it comes to jurisdiction, but let's talk about what's happening right now. What challenges does the CBSA face on a day-to-day basis when patrolling the border? What's it look like?
Right now, we only work at ports of entry. So the thousands of kilometers between ports of entry, that work is given because of that order in council to the RCMP to do. We have no one working that right now whatsoever at the CBSA. It's really something we should be doing. Again, if we're really serious about border security, it's something that we need to start doing, and we need to see that order in council repealed. We're really disappointed that all these plans are being made about how to secure the border without speaking to anyone who works at the border. We've not been consulted whatsoever.
Mark, as you said, you've not been consulted. You spoke a little bit there about the role of the CBSA, but I'm wondering, what is the situation right now when it comes to border security in this country? What are you guys seeing on the ground?
We're seeing an agency at the CBSA that is focused over the last few years on facilitation. It's more and more automation. It's automated kiosks. It's less staff. It's really having our security rely largely on self-declaration, which, of course, anyone who's here for ill purposes, anyone who's smuggling, they don't self-declare that they're doing that. So we need to get back in the business of speaking to travelers, searching cars, searching bags, getting back to doing rail, which we don't do, doing marine properly. We inspect less than 1% of what comes in, and doing the work between ports of entry, because we know those are weaknesses in our security framework. We're just not doing it.
So what kind of pressure is the CBSA facing with this increased focus on the border right now?
Right now, I mean, we're not seeing any real uptick in the amount of people coming in from the U.S. Obviously, worst case scenario, it could happen that we do have large volumes coming in every day. We're not ready for that. It's a lot of pressure, but it's really worrisome to see all of these plans being made without speaking to anyone who's ever worked at a border. A lot of the solutions I hear being floated, we can do that work. We're at the border, we're trained, we're armed. It's our legal mandate to do that. Again, it's simply that Prohibition era order in council that's given the work to someone else. That's almost 100 years old. Our border has changed since then. That needs to be repealed.
So, Mark, given that, what support do your frontline officers need in order to make the border stronger? We're hearing a lot about that from different people in government. What, from your perspective, needs to happen?
We need staff. Our numbers since DRAP back in 2013 under the Harper government, we lost about 1,100 officers. We've not recovered those numbers. We're short between 2,000 and 3,000 now. We need the ability, again, to fulfill our mandate and patrol between ports of entry. And once we have those staffing levels up, we can do the interdiction, we can do the interviews, we can do the work that we're there to do, which is to keep Canadians safe, which we're not doing now. We're trying to replace the person with automation. And of course, machines don't do detentions, arrests. They don't find what we want to keep out of Canada.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. That is Mark Weber. He is the national president of the Customs and Immigration Union, the union that represents the CBSA.